The man charged with killing a healthcare CEO in Manhattan is facing extradition back to New York. In a chaotic scene before today's extradition hearing, you hear a little of it there. Luigi Mangione shouted toward reporters as police led him into a Pennsylvania courthouse.
And completely out of touch and an insult to the intelligence of the American people and lived experience.
It's not clear what he's referring to. Late last night, Mangione was officially charged with murdering Brian Thompson in New York City. He's also facing separate charges in Pennsylvania.
The 26-year-old was arrested at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Police there released these photos taken from an officer's body camera. Officers said he began to shake when they asked if he had recently been to New York. New York City's police commissioner told the Today Show this morning, despite getting hundreds of tips called in, his name was not on their radar. Joining us now to break all this down, NBC News law enforcement and intelligence correspondent Tom Winter and NBC News legal analyst Danny Savalos. So, Tom, let's start with you. Mangione, said in court that he will not waive extradition. Explain to us what that means.
So basically it means that there's going to be now a legal fight in court for him to come back to New York, and they'll have to present evidence as to why he should be removed to New York to face those homicide charges in connection with the death of Brian Thompson. So just in most simplistic terms, that's what it means. He's going to be held without bail pending that. That outburst that you saw, we have a team on the ground. They reviewed the tape. They were actually there when he said it. And what they say he said is, it is, quote, it is completely out of touch and it is excuse me, let me start over. It is completely out of touch and is an insult to the American people in their lived experience. What that is referring to your point, Kate, we don't know. But that's what he said. He was flanked by 7 officers in court, and there were no other outbursts, apparently, according to our team there.
So, Danny, how surprising is it to see, first of all, an extradition court hearing so quickly in a case like this, and then pick up on what Tom was describing? What happens now since he's facing these 2 separate charges in New York and Pennsylvania?
Yeah, Pennsylvania procedure, extradition law, requires that he be brought to a Pennsylvania judge. And really, extradition is governed by the governor himself, Governor Shapiro. Eventually, Governor Shapiro will issue a warrant, an extradition warrant. He'll deliver that, and then he will be transported to the requesting state. He is allowed time to file what's called a habeas petition to challenge the legality of his detention. I can tell you now, he will lose. The law requires that Governor Shapiro turn him over to the requesting state, with one wrinkle that isn't going to happen. In the situation where Pennsylvania itself has its own charges, which it does, lead count, felony 2 forgery, they could, in theory, keep him because they got him first. And the rule is whoever has the guy first can prosecute him. That is never going to happen. Governor Shapiro will certainly turn him over. And strangely enough, he is theoretically entitled to bail, but not if he's charged with a crime that has a life or death penalty. So that's why his bail was denied. But in theory, people in extradition hearings are entitled to bail in Pennsylvania.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.